This video should come with a trigger warning because it's going to freak out a lot of freelancers. You should absolutely not become a copywriter in 2024. The reason that's knucking futs is because I personally made millions of dollars as a freelance copywriter. I've written for celebrities, authors, politicians, athletes, and billionaires. I can't even imagine where I'd be without copy. So I'm not saying I shouldn't be a copywriter. I'm saying you shouldn't be a copywriter. In this video, I'm going to tell you why and what you should do to have a much more enjoyable and much more profitable freelance career. First, my name's Henry Bingaman. If you don't know my story, I started out as a freelancer in 2008. In the early days, I got so discouraged I almost quit. Then I discovered the secrets and strategies that make high-income freelancing possible, and I eventually built my income up to over $1 million in a year. Now, in addition to freelancing, I make videos like these to help freelancers like you make more money and enjoy their work more. So given all that context, why do I think you should definitely not become a freelance copywriter? And if you're a newer copywriter, why I think you should pivot your freelance career immediately. First, most people are just not cut out to be a copywriter. A lot of people started out as copywriters because they Googled how to make money online. And one of the top results is always online copywriting. So they look up what some of the top copywriters are making and they say, what, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars a year just to put some words on paper? Sign me up. But look, this is not a make money fast scheme. Copywriting is a skill that takes years and years to get good at. You have to actually like writing. You have to actually enjoy the process of sitting down and turning ideas into perfectly crafted sentences and paragraphs. You have to like language. You have to get a kick out of choosing just the right word. You simply cannot make it as a copywriter if you don't like writing. But even if you do, you still shouldn't be a freelance copywriter right now. The main problem is too many people have sold copywriting courses as a get-rich-quick scheme. So there are hordes of their students out there who think because they learned a few tricks, their copywriting is worth tens of thousands of dollars. They follow whatever script their chosen copywriting guru gave them to follow, and they get one or two clients, but they get terrible results for those clients because one course does not make you a world-class copywriter. Look, I don't know exactly what's in these courses. I haven't bought any of them, but I do know there are thousands and thousands of people out there, mostly younger and very aggressive dudes, calling themselves copywriters. So right now, when a lot of your potential clients hear someone say, I'm a copywriter, they immediately lump you in with those dudes. And that's just not where you want to be. But it's not just that the brand name of copywriting is tainted. Look, there are a few different kinds of clients. There are a handful of big companies that use strong direct response copy. These clients know copy very well. They're going to know within 5 minutes of talking to you if you have the chops or if you're full of shit. If you're a world class at copy, they'll hire you and they'll pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you can't fake being world class at copy. The second type of potential client views copywriters as low-level desk jockeys. On Madison Avenue, for example, the advertising capital of the world, copywriters are considered entry-level positions. So they're paid accordingly. $50,000 is the starting point and $120,000, maybe $150,000 is where you're going to max out. In their business model, copywriters just aren't that important. But here's the thing. There are millions and millions of other businesses who are just discovering how powerful copywriting can be in an increasingly digital world. You get up to multiple six figures in income just with these clients. And these are the clients that are now instantly turned off when they hear someone pitching themselves as a copywriter. But look, here's why this doesn't have to be a problem for you. It's kind of funny, but one of the things that copywriters are supposed to be good at is product differentiation. Good copy shows off the uniqueness of whatever it is you're talking about. So it's actually bad copy to sell yourself as a copywriter. Now, why can I do it? Why do I say this is for me but not for you? Well, the reason I can get away with it now is because I can differentiate myself. I'm a copywriter with over $350 million in sales under my belt. That $350 million number immediately overcomes the objections created by the new fake copywriters. If you don't have some number or metric that definitively proves you're world-class at copy, you're going to struggle calling yourself copywriter. Here's the most important takeaway of this video. Copywriting is not a career path. Copywriting is a skill. It's an incredibly valuable skill, but it's just one skill among many others that you'll need to succeed even as a quote-unquote copywriter. So here's the thing. There are people I know personally who are far better writers than me. Not a lot of them, but I can think of at least two people off the top of my head who are just objectively better at the craft of writing. But I've made absurdly more money than them. There are guys I know who are not as good of a writer as me, and they would agree with that, by the way, but they're wildly more successful than me. Now, how is that possible? Well, think of it like a professional sport. Let's go with basketball. I don't know who the best pure three-point shooter in the world is, but I'm guessing he's not actually in the NBA. There's probably somebody out there who can hit three-pointers with like 98% accuracy, as long as nobody's guarding him. But that's why he doesn't have a shot at making it in the NBA, because he can't shoot a contested shot, he can't get open, he can't play defense, maybe he doesn't even know the rules, but he happens to be extremely good at shooting empty court threes. Now, that person may just be Steph Curry. It's perfectly plausible that he's the GOAT at three-point shooting. But my point still stands. You need a whole whole lot more than just 3-point skills to play in the NBA or even in college. But if you're an incredible 3-point shooter and just pretty good at a bunch of those other skills, you could have a long and ridiculously profitable career. Copywriting is the 3-point shot in this analogy. It's incredibly valuable. If you're pretty good at a handful of other necessary skills, it can look like a superpower. On the other hand, you could be just fairly good at copywriting and a superstar at media buying or brand building or web design or market research. You could create a super profitable freelance business. I'll give you an example. There's a very well-known copywriting guru who I won't name. I've heard people call him the best working copywriter today. He's not. He's actually not even the top 20% of writers I know. But he's literally the best I've ever seen at identifying the next big trend and getting ahead of it, which is, by the way, a way more profitable skill than copywriting. It's made him very, very, very rich, but it makes me, let's say, question the value of the copywriting courses and trainings he sells. Look, the best idea with mediocre copy will always outperform a mediocre idea with the best copy. So let me sum this whole thing up. If you recognize the value in copywriting and you actually like writing, then by all means, study copywriting, learn copywriting. But when you're pitching to clients or working with clients, do not call yourself a copywriter. Also, digital marketer, it's almost as burnt out of a term. Find something completely different to call yourself. Unless you're happy scraping the bottom of the barrel and being a commodity copywriter. This is ironically differentiation, copywriting 101. So what should you call yourself? How do you position yourself to maximize your income? Well, you can go back and watch some of my older videos. I've talked a little bit about this before. And I also have a whole product that's very inexpensive, 29 bucks, about how to do this. It runs you through an exercise that'll give you your unique skill stack and what I call the viral pitch, which gets you in front of your ideal client. So if you want to check that out, just go to henrybing.co/skills. Also, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, catch you in the next one.